When we've grown up in a family home where our parents were emotionally immature or they had a personality disorder such as MPD, we may have been put in the position of constantly neglecting our own needs and always putting that parent's needs first. Now, when we have emotionally immature parents, they are essentially very childlike in many ways, and they don't know how to parent us properly. They don't know how to meet our needs. So we end up parenting ourselves, we end up parenting our parents, we end up taking on way too much responsibility at such a young age. And something that's very important that we have to be aware of is that a parent who is emotionally immature or has a personality disorder in most cases lacks empathy. So they aren't able to empathize enough with the child. They aren't able to mirror that child in positive ways because they have so many unmet needs. They have so many issues, so much trauma from their own childhood that they aren't able to be a good parent. We as children in a family like this have to change who we are in order to keep the parent happy, in order to feel safe in an environment that is very unstable, in an environment where we're not able to get angry or cry too much. We have to behave all the time because the parent can't handle our big, uncomfortable, sometimes explosive emotions, because as children we don't know how to emotionally regulate. Our parent is supposed to teach us that. And if our parent can't do that for themselves, they won't be able to do that for us. And we are left on our own trying to figure this out. And this is what causes the trauma. It's the fact that we are left alone with our scary emotions, with nobody there to hold us, to comfort us, to validate what we're feeling. And this is why it's so hard to learn how to do this in a healthy way. This is why it's so hard to learn to feel safe in your body when you were never really taught how to do that in the first place. As a child of emotionally immature or narcissistic parents, you may have given and given and given to the point where you feel completely drained. You may be in your 30s or 40s or 50s and you're still in this role. You're still doing what your parent wants. You're still hoping to get their approval, their acceptance, their love, and this doesn't change. But this is the most important thing. You shouldn't give out your empathy anymore. You shouldn't care anymore for your parent to the point where you are depleted. If your parent lacks empathy, it is not your job to fill that void by giving them all of your empathy. You need to reduce your levels of empathy towards the toxic people in your life, especially the narcissists in your life, because they are very, very good at taking, but they are not good at giving back. You don't want to be constantly questioning why you are sacrificing so much for a toxic parent or a toxic person in your life. You want to protect your own energy. You want to put yourself first, your family first. You may have a partner. Your partner comes first, not your parents. This is what happens when you start a new relationship. You have a new family. That family is the most important one. You can't continue giving your emotional energy to people that can't reciprocate that. You want the relationship to be reciprocal. This is very important. Otherwise, what are you doing in this relationship? By reducing the empathy that you give to those who can't offer it in return, you create space to nurture your own well-being and to nurture your own peace. And this is what you need, especially if you live with trauma. Your peace must always come first. Your emotional well-being must always come first. You can still have some contact with a toxic person if you wish to do so, but make sure you limit that. Keep it superficial. Don't share too much of your energy. Don't give too much. And make sure that this communication isn't too often if you can. If you have to make excuses, make excuses. If you have to tell a couple of white lies to keep this person at arm's length, then you can do that. Your well-being comes first. So please remember that. And also, you deserve to have more reciprocal, healthy relationships in your life. You deserve to have friendships where you both do things for each other. You can start trusting yourself again and knowing that your feelings actually matter. You're not that child anymore. You're not that scared child anymore. And if fear does come up when you need to be assertive, for instance, try and go inwards. Try and tend to that scared inner child, because that is what is happening. It's your inner child that's reacting. It's your inner child that's scared. Try and comfort that inner child as a parent would. How would you speak to that little boy or that little girl inside you in order to comfort it and help it feel soothed and help it feel less scared? That is a very, very good thing that you can do. You can start being a parent to your inner child on a daily basis. This is called reparenting, and it's extremely powerful. You have to do it consistently in order for it to work. You can keep a journal about how that goes. I hope you found this video useful, everyone. If you would like to share in the comments, please feel free to do so. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you are new here. Thank you so much for listening and watching, and I will see you very soon. Bye-bye.